Ciao everybody and welcome back on iKeysRacing. Guten Morgen, bonjour, good morning, buongiorno. I don't remember in Japanese, there was a konbanwa something to say. Sorry, my bad. And buenos dias to everybody. Marco has come back to Italy after the experience in Sebring, and I can't wait to show you what I've seen together combined within Daytona and Sebring. It has been maybe my, I would say, best 90 days of my life compared to considering what I've seen together with what I've experienced with my petrol head oriented mind. But hopefully everything is going well also for you. So best wishes, cheers, and luckiness to you all. Thank you for watching my shorts video from YouTube, and not only. And what I said, it has been I would say a new quick way to give to the YouTube community something almost live from Sebring. Luckily I didn't know very well what was the function of YouTube in Daytona. Instead I would have sent out for sure something, but thanks to Sebring and thanks to the kickoff of the WEC season with the 1000 miles raced last week, I wanted to bring something that maybe not everybody remember. That is the WEC previous, I would say, huge season 2015, where there was a combination of many manufacturers: Porsche, Audi, Nissan and Toyota, combined with privateers like Oreca and Team Rebellion, with all the stuff also coming from LMP2 category, the GT Amateur, the GT Pro, etc. And so today we are going to try the first of 17 episodes going around the world, thanks to what is the WEC. The first appointment, has historically happened, was the 6 hours of Silverstone, here with the 2011 version that doesn't need presentations. I mean, it is the current version we can see here and there. And what to say, I'm more than happy to bring also this content thanks to Power and Glory on these screens. As you know, I like endurance races, but I'm preparing also a lot of things about IndyCar, about Formula 1 and so on. But today, because I've left with the Around the World in 24 hours from Sebring, I wanted also to have a personal kickoff of the WEC season. And the 2015, I think, was the previous great tentative to have something special, many manufacturers let's say combined together, as we are going to see for this 2023, 2024 and so on. Especially because the 2024 then will bring the GT3 category with a lot of possibilities also for McLaren and small manufacturers of Grand Tourers to be part of this magic world of endurance races. So I don't want to lose more time. Silverstone is a beautiful racetrack despite all the modification had in the last recent period, and today you will see me drive a bit more like a Formula than a old 60s prototypes or GT cars. This is because the modern aerodynamic issue of racing cars in some way forces, compared to the GT categories, to bring very much a lot of speed into corners and be very cautious while reaccelerating if your wheels are not almost completely straight. So what to say, we can go around the track a bit more, maybe to find, for example, a beautiful Ferrari F458 of the year 2015. There will be a combination, you will see it in the car selection, of different, mainly 2015 eras, 2015 year, but some Porsches coming from 2013, 2016, because I didn't find really everything I wanted. So it is not an historic representation of the 2015 exactly WEC season. It is the 2015 mod WEC plus things here and there, just to complete the proposal. But we are going to see, compared to my previous episodes, for sure, more modern cars that you will recognize also nowadays in what is the current WEC and IMSA championship. And we will drive many of them, I can promise this to you. Not only the Ferraris, the Porsches, etc., but also LMP2, others LMP1, and so on. I found just some issues with some black windshield, but I hope to solve it as soon as possible. So that's it, welcome back, and thank you again for watching the previous videos and for voting also on my community page if you prefer me to run again IndyCar for 98 Indy Racing League season on ovals, or if you prefer me to stop IndyCar and do something else. Thanks also to a friend that we have on iKeysRacing for suggesting the Formula 1 VB Challenge seasons, raced not like with the 10% length race, but maybe a bit more, dividing in some episodes the many tracks we have to face season by season. And the next season will be the 1959, just because I don't want to go, let's say, directly year by year, but I do prefer to start with every new era of Formula 1, and then episode by episode complete anyway all the seasons. We will do it together, maybe it will take a bit longer, but we will be, I think, a bit more entertained, and will be more fun than just racing like Gran Turismo or like a speed date, all the races. So thank you also to our friend on YouTube for this suggestion. And so that's it, we leave this Porsche RSR to its tentative. We will go to see in the next chapter here below the cars selection, and after the next chapter we will go on track for a qualification session. We will have 6 laps as a tentative to qualify the car I've chosen, that you have seen also maybe in the cover, but I will explain it a bit more at the end of the cars selection. And so I'm happy to be back at home to record things to show you then as soon as possible. Let's go to see the cars involved into this new challenge, especially for myself. Cars selection with the WEC 2015 or WEC 2015. This time we start with the GT Amateur category with the Aston Martin V8 Vantage or Vantage, I don't know, the official Aston Martin racing team. Same category, Chevrolet Corvette C7R version of the LARB competition. Ferrari comes with 5 vehicles in this amateur category, 3 from AF Corse 055, 61 and 83. Then we have the JMW Motorsport number 66, the only yellow one if I'm not wrong in this category, and the SMP Racing. Because in the original class of WEC 2015 there wasn't a single Porsche, I don't know why, I have fulfilled the starting field with models of Porsches 911 coming from 2013 WEC and 2015. Starting from the first, we have the IMSA Performance Matmut or Matmat team number 76 and the team Felbermayr Proton. We will find then again Team Proton, but in a couple of seconds. Number 88. From the year 2015, the only one I have found is the Team AAI with the model 911 GT3 RSR number 67. Last but not least, the Riley Motorsport TI Auto with the Viper GTS R. Going then to the Pro category, Aston Martin comes back with the same model but with the 95, 97 and 99. Three different sponsorship. Maybe we can see them better with a zoom, and we will drive this car in another episode. Here we are. Beautiful. Chevrolet Corvette comes again with a single car, still the model C7, Corvette Racing Official Team, number 64. Ferrari back with two cars, the 51 and the 71 from the AF Corse or AF Corse. Porsche coming with the model 991 from the year 2014 with the official, if you like, Porsche Racing Team, the AG Team Mantei, numbers 91 and 92. From 2016, the following year, I didn't want to miss the Dempsey Proton competition that to me is anyway a team that should stay always present. For the meaning, I mean, if you remember, there was initially a collaboration between Patrick Dempsey and Alessandro Del Piero, the Juventus soccer player of the past. Nowadays we know this team as the Dempsey Proton competition. Plus, if you remember, Patrick Dempsey has been very capable to show his talent within the WEC a few years ago before becoming a team owner. And then, as said, the official Porsche 2014. We jump a second on the LMP2 class, or what was P2 back then, with the Gibson 015S of the Jota Sport, Grips Motorsport number 41, the previous one was the 38, and the Stracca Racing with number 42. What is a barchetta? We call it this way in Italy, so an open cockpit Le Mans type prototype. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We will drive also this car in another episode. HPD, that is the Honda, I would almost say unofficial racing team within prototypes. The team is the ESM Racing with numbers 30 and 31. Ligier will bring three different models powered by a Honda engine, a Judd engine and a Nissan one. The Honda powered is the OAK or OAK Racing number 34. The version with the Judd managed by the Kron Racing, and then three models powered by the Nissan naturally aspirated engine. We have the G-Drive number 26, the 28 and the 35. Just to give you a roughly idea, the Nissan was a 4.5 liters V8 naturally aspirated. The Judd, again a V8 naturally aspirated. I do not remember and I haven't found the correct liters value. Instead, the Honda is a 2.8 liters V6 twin turbocharged, while the semi-official HPD ESM Racing has a 2.8 liters V6 turbocharged, exactly the same of this car. Then it's time finally for the P1 category. We couldn't miss the Audi R18 e-tron 4, number 7, 8 and 9. The Nissan with that strange model with the front mid-mounted engine, front wheel drive. I mean, was a very experimental but unluckily unsuccessful tentative to possibly do almost a gamble about technology. We will drive this car, but despite retiring the car after just one race because it was very uncompetitive, at the end, to me, it was nice to challenge this car through a complete season. So we will have the number 22 and 23. Oreca, powered by a Nissan engine. Years later we would have seen this model becoming the Alpine within the WEC world. You will notice that the car is labeled as P2. It is just, let's say, a graphical mistake, if you like. This car is a proper P1 car. Porsche will bring the model 919 hybrid with numbers 17 and 18, same colored, not like in Le Mans with 3 different colors. Rebellion, one of my favorite racing team, will race this Oreca 05 rebadged in some way with number 12 and 13, white and red, not difficult to recognize. Toyota, the former world champion, with the TS040 hybrid, number 01 and 02, same paint scheme. That 2015, as said, was, in my opinion, a previous tentative different from this one of 2023 to bring many manufacturers into the World Endurance Championship. And as said, my choice for 2015 was also moved by the fact that I think was a previous great tentative to have many manufacturers, both official and privateers, to run the world champion for endurance races. Audi, for example, was coming almost at the end of its development of the diesel engine, despite having a hybrid system to recover energy. The same can be said for Nissan, apart from the strange different technological tentative that maybe is comparable just with the Penots that had a front mid-engine but a rear wheel drive. Porsche again had a V4 2 liters tiny engine, but all the energy recovered was then put into the engine, compared to Audi that instead has a front wheel traction via electrical motors, and so on. Or for example, you had maybe as well-known system from Toyota. In the same category there was the possibility to be competitive also for Rebellion and Oreca, driving cars that were mainly simple, if we can say so, with just a petrol engine in the back. A bit of advantage maybe from a simplicity of project without having a recovery system of energy that was anyway very expensive and very difficult to maintain from a small garage privateer scenario. So it was like nowadays a very beautiful idea to combine different technologies and different approaches to this beautiful world of endurance races. For the LMP2 scenario, we are not far from the current one. It's true that nowadays we don't have any more open cockpit prototypes or barchettas. It's true that we have just one manufacturer for engine, that is exactly Gibson, as a name coming from the UK territory. But back then the tentative was anyway to approach the challenge with cars not all equal, not all similar, but with every manufacturer following its idea of prototype. From a Grand Tourer's point of view, instead, we had same models with the division between amateurs and professionals. I do not remember if it is like nowadays that amateurs has the ABS anti-brake system or anti-brake lock system on board, but again, what a beautiful idea still to have something like a combination of 8 to 12 cars for each category battling all together. It is like if we had on the same racetrack F1, F2, F3 and F4 battling together. To me is absolutely beautiful, because it's not just running quicker than the others, but it is also managing what is the traffic, what is the strategy. I mean, as a driver I would feel more complete compared to just a Formula driver. The car we are going to use is a CLM P101 of the Team Lotus, but I must say that the reason why I did choose this car for the first episode is because maybe you recently have seen, not just on my cover, but the name ByKolles or ByKolles, I don't know the right pronunciation, the Austrian-based racing team that nowadays, with the WEC starting at Sebring last week, started to run the Van der Velde racing car. But prior to that, ByKolles was anyway already involved into the WEC, and to me was a way to not bring a car that resembled graphically a bit the Brown Grand Prix of Button and Barrichello of year 2009 for Formula 1. That is a color specification that I like very much, but was also a way to say welcome back to a glorious brand like Van Wall is, and managed by a more than competent team that maybe is not very known to the masses, if we can say so, as a Team Lotus participated years before with the model T128 that originally was an LMP2 class category, and despite behind there was, and I can show you the previous model for this team, that was this one, so you can resemble very similar lines despite the different colors, and back then was registered as a Team Lotus, but I would say the same evolution in some way of this car then has become the 2015 CLM P101, and so the history, in some way the brief history of this model comes from the model, as said, T128 class LMP2 designed by James Kay, that is a British engineer recently seen as a executive technical director of McLaren F1. The car itself was built with a joint venture between Advanced Design and Engineering System Solution, the ADES company, together with Kodewa. Kodewa, that was the previous Van Wall racing team, as said, based in Austria. You can see also the flag here, but with roots also obviously in Germany. So after the experience in 2013 and 2014 with this model that was in some way the mother of the one we are seeing on the screen, finally in 2015 arrives this new car. And so if in 2014 the car was this one, she has been kept, as said, also in 2015, becoming the CLM P101, prepared for LMP1 regulations, debuted at the 6th hour of the Circuit of the Americas, arriving at the end of the race. The car had really a short story with a podium, with 2 missed arrivals at the end of the season, so maybe hasn't been seen very much on our screens unless you go back to watch WEC 2014 and 2015 races. But in this final version, to me, was very nice to drive. You will see me running more like with almost a formula, bringing a lot of speed into corners and driving almost in a hysteric way. This final version to me was very particular because also abandoned basically the BMW naturally aspirated V8 engine in favor of the AER, Advanced Engine Research engine company, specialized in everything, especially with the engines built from scratch from a white paper. This one was a 2.4 liters V6 twin turbocharged without a recovery system, so will be driven as much as possible, avoiding, if I will succeed on this, the lag of the turbo, despite not being comparable with the lag of turbos of the 80s, but will be a challenge, I would say, manage as much as possible the hysteric and crazy reactions that this car has. So we can go on track, we can try to qualify the Lotus CLM P1, and then we will approach the 1 hour race, simulating the original 6 hours of Silverstone, like was for the WEC 2015. We will have this race setup. If you don't mind, I will jump just a free practice. From a realism point of view, we will have the double usage of tire wear and fuel usage. And so, let's go. See you on track. Well, with less than 30 minutes to go, we have a surprise with Besh Heidfeld Nicolas Prost currently on pole position with 1.6 seconds of advantage over the two Toyotas. So the non-hybrid cars here seems to be competitive, also because in P5 we have Daniel Abt, Imperatori and Cryhammer with the sister car. So will be maybe a mixed battle, and I like it, between Rebellion Toyota hybrid, Audi hybrid and Porsche hybrid, with then just the LMP2 cars far more than 5 seconds, and then wow, the P1 Nissan of Krumpla, Tinknell and Max Chilton, Mark Genet and Mardenborg, PlayStation Gran Turismo Academy winner back then. Anyway, as in real life, the P1 Nissan was slow, and here makes no difference or discount. We will start so from the pit with just 6 laps of qualification allowed. I do not remember if it was the set of rules back then or if it is just this particular game setup, but who cares? I mean, to me it's more than enough. Sorry. Going in the garage, I'm going to load the car setup, where you can see the first page like this and the second page like this. The car setup is very stiff at the front, but with one touch less compared to the maximum. At the rear we have just a bit of softness to avoid any way to have a very loose rear end, especially from a, I would say, approach point of view. With my perception, a big job has been done with the differential, because having the car strong leg with the turbo when the car is on cold tires and the turbo kicks in is very often possible to spin. So it will be very like almost driving on a wet surface, especially with cold tires. So that's it. You will find also a lot of percentage within the front end. It is needed because the rear end tends to block, so not an easy car to drive absolutely. Okay, given 30 minutes left of the qualification, also less, we will run anyway also the qualifying 2 session, but currently we will face the pole position of Mike Conway, Stéphane Sarrazin and Alex Burz with 148.7, the 2 Rebellions, wow, second and third, the non-hybrid cars, then Timo Bernhard, Brandon Hartley and Mark Webber on the Porsche 919 hybrid, Buemi, Davidson, Nakajima 5th, 6th and 7th the first Audis, Albuquerque, Jarvis, Rust, Grassi, Duval, Jarvis, and then Dumas, Miliani and Lib with the second Porsche 919, and then the last Audi R18, Marcel Fassler, André Lotterer and Trellier P9 closes the 10 P1 cars in the top 10, the Oreca 05 Nissan of Bradley Hawson. Obviously we are missing our lap time that I'm going to score as soon as possible, so we can go on track. So here we are with the CLM Lotus blocked by a wall or whatever it is. Let's go maybe a bit out of the pit. Yes, okay, this is the beast. Very beautiful indeed. The color scheme to me reminds us of the Braun Grand Prix, but I don't know, I love very much the shape and the type of car available, but now it's time to go on track and score a decent lap time. Okay, I favor the Porsche, that will be maybe a nice draft to have in front of us, and let's start. 6 laps maximum. Not very quick, the Porsche. But let's follow while we warm up tires. As I said, if you don't have warmed up properly tires, it's very easy to lock or to spin. Obviously Silverstone doesn't need presentations from a layout point of view. This one is the 2011 version I found, and it is mainly the one you see today. Okay, let's retry. Slow cars here tending I don't know what, and I remain cooked outside. This is not good. Oops, lost the rear end. And maybe lost a bit of time. But let's try to qualify the car with a decent lap time, then I will push further and further. Again, out of the ideal racing line. As you can see, with the traffic it is becoming quite a challenge to have a clean lap. And also choosing the right moment is not always easy, because with 44 cars running, there's always traffic. Okay, maybe last tentative, P12 currently, so the last of the LMP, and maybe behind an LMP2, but I don't remember who is.
flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
1 second, 0.7 of advantage in the first split. An Aston Martin GT passed before the series of SS, Cops, etc. Out of the line, ideal. The Nissan. Still 3 seconds over my best lap time. 51, P6, wow. What a good performance, I didn't expect so much. Okay, too much. But, P6, P6, this is very good. Okay, now I'm maybe stuck. Exactly. Okay. That's enough. Return to garage, save immediately the game, because I'm sure I'm not capable to do anything better than this. let's accelerate the time and see you after also the acceleration of the qualifying 2 session. Sorry for the steering wheel still in the middle of the screen. Qualifying 1 finishing, some cars still on track but doesn't matter. P6 confirmed, so we can, as said, save the game while all the cars are back. Okay, 4 minutes to go. We confirm the P6 currently. Wow, ahead of the 2 Audis and the Porsche 919 of Dumas Yanni Lib and the other Audi R18 of Fassler Lotter Trelieu. Not bad. At least my benchmark should be the Oreca 05 Nissan in some way. So that's it, and that's it. I mean, it's almost a win to me, because I am far, just 2.8 seconds from the pole-sitter Conway Sarrazin Wurz with the Toyota TS040 hybrid, but I am in the middle of the battle for LMP1. Not bad, really. And I'm happy for my beloved Rebellion racing team with 2nd and 3rd position on the grid. Then LMP2, HPD and powered by HPD, anyway, Honda powered cars in the top 3, then Judd, Nissan and Gibson, not really competitive at this point with, I don't remember, Nissan and Toyota engines maybe. Then there is the GTE Porsche of Dempsey Proton competition coming from year 2016, as I've said at the beginning, with maybe a boost of performance. The Nissan P1, my goodness, just 23rd and 24th. Wow, when we will drive this car will be a success, beat the LMP2, really. Then a mixed GT Pro and GTA like amateur at the back of the field, and unluckily, as an Italian, I see Ferraris very slow compared to Porsches, Aston Martin, etc. So it will be also a challenge to drive the Italian prancing horse that with many teams is far 1 second clear, far from the others. Wow. So that's it. We can go on track, keeping in mind Conway Sarrazin Wurz pole sitter for the LMP1, Dalziel, Hanson and Sharp with the Honda HPD ARX04, and the pole sitter for the GT is Nygaard Sorensen team with the Aston Martin, sorry, I'm stupid, is Christensen Litz with the Porsche 911 RSR. That's it. 50 degrees on track, 38 on ambient. Let's continue to warm up. Finger crossed for the result. If we keep our position or not, who knows? You don't know until you know. Or who knows? Knows. Sorry, Italian silly things. And I'm so scared that we will be kicked out of the field. Fingers crossed. 5 minutes to go. Okay, session finished. Let's leave all the cars to go back to the pit. No more green, so we can remove the acceleration, save the game, continue to race. Yes, P6. Okay, now works. The garage. Let's load the previous car setup. The only change I'm going to do is load all the possible 70 liters. Hopefully we will last 20 minutes to divide then the race into pit stops and 3 stints. I'm not adding the automatic strategy because, as you can see, with the second, starting from the first pit stop and the second stint, you can load only 54 liters, so there's something in the .car file that must be fixed, but no worries. I start with 70 laps, I stay with soft tires. Wish me luck, will be challenging for sure, but let's go on track. So welcome on board again on the CLM LMP1. Formation lap, just to say what, that you can find around all the informations as usual with this beautiful platform that is Power and Glory. And I hope to do a decent race, hopefully scoring some points. I will keep this time a double point just for the Le Mans, that for the centenary I think deserves 24 hours simulated as 4 hours with this WEC mod, the same but with the around the world in 24 hours old mod coming from the 70s, and will need for sure, and will deserve for sure, also a 1980s themed version with the Group C and prototypes. So I'm preparing quite a lot of stuff for June. You will maybe start to sleep more and more than what you do nowadays, maybe watching myself running for 4 hours, but I think this is a particular year especially for endurance races, and so it's time to give as much as possible as I can. Then you can freely choose to watch what you prefer. Just from a technical point of view, this car in particular is using the automatic clutch, because with the brake pedal, look below here, oops, sorry, accelerator and just brake pedal and pedal shifts here, at the end you have to use the automatic clutch to avoid to burn the clutch. Also because, as you can see from here, the car is starting with just 53% of reliability, so we'll have to be very cautious. Generally speaking, I think I am in the best starting position ever from a Power and Glory point of view. I mean, every time I tried the qualification, I have always been slow, or I have always started from the back. This time I would say, after the win in Daytona, it is maybe with the Ford GT40 at the beginning of the year, maybe it is the first time I'm a bit competitive, if I can say so. I forgot to say I've changed the steering wheel compared to and also the gloves compared to the previous episodes that were more themed from an old point of view. I mean, I cannot afford professional equipment, but I like at least to try to properly arrange things graphically to be credible, even if I do this strange integration between my real steering wheel and hands, gloves within a cockpit, a virtual cockpit. Anyway, I will shut up. Few corners before green flag. The safety car is out, the Nissan GTR, beautiful. Ready? Let's try to stay very close. A podium would be a gift today. Ooh, P3 after the first corner, not bad. A bit long the first corner and wide. Back to P4.
Hey, heads up, there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Cold tires and back at the end of the LMP1, maybe not. Dumas, Yanni leads at the back with the other Porsche. Let's try to warm up tires, then we can try to attack back the prototypes. Touches between Buemi and Fassler. Let's try to stay out from troubles, also because I have already 6 seconds of repairing for aerodynamics. For a brief second Dumas was ahead of us.
Alright, careful now. Looks like there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Sector 3.
Okay, at least we are in the pack. And maybe we can squeeze into Fassler side. Yes. Now there are Albuquerque and Besh Heidfeld. Oops, sorry for the Rebellion, but they blocked in the middle of the corner. Sorry, really sorry. My favorite team thrown out by myself is like killing my sister. I don't know what was going on, but on an almost full throttle corner at Cops, they stopped. A bit wide. Okay, tires are warming up, sorry. A bit, but I don't want to force the car to do more than what can deliver, especially at the beginning. They are slow because maybe they are battling. We choose the internal line. Timo Bernard and Lucas Di Grassi fighting hard. We got rid of Buemi and Albuquerque in a single move, almost, not bad. P5. They go wide. We can maybe sneak inside. But a bit long. P3. Incredible. But now first overlap GT cars on our way, but we are 2 seconds per 0.8 from Abt Imperatore with the other Rebellion, the red one. that I hope to not throw away outside the track. We tried the external one, thank you. And now the Rebellion is first with up to Imperatori, because past Conway Sarrazin in front of us, the white-blue car is the Toyota TS040. But maybe they are having issues. Ooh. And definitely not strong entering here. So back to P3, new fastest lap of the race. Believe me, it's maybe harder to drive these prototypes than the Group C, because despite having the pedals, oops, as I was saying, we give back the position, absolutely, okay. Because despite having the pedal shifter system at the back of our steering wheel, the precision required and the effort to bring speed into corners is absolutely crazy. Maybe we get rid of the Toyota, yes. So P2, 6 seconds from the Rebellion. What a performance so far. And I find the two difficulties with this type of car. Maybe with this model in particular. Number one is slow speed corners. As said, because sometimes you lose very easily the rear end. Back to P5. As soon as tires start to go down in grip. The second one is doing the balance between throttle and brake pedal. If you look, oops, P6, bravo Marco. If you look down here, you will see me switching at the same moment usage of the pedal brake and the throttle. There's almost continuity between the movement of the two pedals. As soon as I lift the brake, I'm already accelerating. with more continuity, if you like, between the two pedals compared to the normal usage of a clutch. This is the audio of Di Grassi Duval, much quicker than me when gives full throttle, full power to the Audi, with the front engine electric motors helping them to come out from corners a bit quicker than me, that I have just internal combustion engine to use. Overlapped cars. Di Grassi Imperatori, sorry, Abt Imperatori have lost a lot while overlapping these cars, so maybe if I succeed on this I will be in the lead. Yes, because they are blocked here. And there is a crash here. Ooh, today. What a mess. Let's try to run away.
Alright, careful now. Looks like there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Sector 3.
No! Stupid risk, Marco. Stupid. Losing a lot of time for the few seconds gained before, lost with my silliness. My goodness. Less heavy to drive, but is required a precision that was not attended and expected by myself. Now let's try to increase a bit the advantage, having maybe for a second free track available. Could have waited a bit. Okay, one lap to go before finishing the fuel, so the car is maybe consuming a bit less. Okay, P1.
Watch for your pit space. Watch for your pit space.
Few seconds of advantage over Abt Imperatori, but they are passing, like Di Grassi and Dumas. So will be not.
Okay, slow the car down.
I would say everything yes, and fuel go to 70. We did 23 minutes of racing. Hopefully will be, yes, 2 stints without maybe saving too much fuel. Let's see. I mean, maybe I don't have to think about saving fuel. I'm not sure, honestly. Never tried a race, never tried anything here. But I didn't want to take risks.
Repairs underway. Hold for go signal.
Maybe there isn't the possibility to see from outside. Okay. P11.
All clear. Go, go, go.
Yes, P11 practically at the end of the LMP1 field. It is very compacted. In 1 minute there is all the field of prototypes of the maximum category. Try to drive clean, because at least I've seen that the AI tends to have issues with overlapped cars. Maybe we can take advantage. Buemi Davidson in the pit now. Go away. Okay, we are in front of Buemi Davidson, good. They were P3. I do not remember. Okay, I'm trying to drive very relaxed, if I can say so. Because I've seen that at the top of the field, Abt Imperatori with was saying that at the top of the field, Apti Imperatori are running more than 2 minutes per lap. I'm running 54, 56 depending also on traffic. So at least I'm reducing a bit the gap from the leaders.
There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
And I'm not using all the power, just taking advantage of the torque. So I'm not using all the revs available. Ah, stupid. Stupid, no! Wow. This was not a crash, this was a tentative of killing myself, but just few scratches. Few scratches of the aerodynamic of the car. I want to see the replay, absolutely. This one was very magic. Maybe we can start to also use the front headlights. Because the sun is going down. So I can see maybe better racing lines, and maybe starting to learn to not force passes also with the overlapped cars. .202 the lap time of Apti Imperatori. For the first time under 50 seconds.
There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
Sorry, we're saying for the first time under 50 seconds the gap from the leaders we have could be a good sign, or maybe not, depending how many stops they will do. I fear the Audis and the Toyotas will be very dangerously running with a better fuel consumption, so maybe with a pit stop less to do, I'm not sure. Here there is the Audi number 9 of Dumas. No, sorry. number 9 is... don't remember. Albuquerque, position 20, very...
Hey, heads up, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 1.
very down in the field, while here there was a carnage. Let's get away from here.
In sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
Ooh, in front of us. There is a Corvette without any more the rear end. The Nissan can be passed easily and had quite a battle.
Alright, careful now. Looks like there's a yellow flag in sector 3. Sector 3.
Duma Yani retired. Grey colored. So we go back to P5. A bunch of overlapped cars and a Toyota in the middle. And a spin again at low speed, idiot. Also because sometimes when you use the auto clutch, you don't have a full control of the traction, so you must always be careful how perform the act of cornering, especially at low speed. Again, more than 50 seconds from up temperatori. We'll try a squeeze. If you come in Italy,
there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
if you come in Italy and try to drive around Milan with the tangenziale Est and Ovest, East and West highways, not to be paid but they are almost highways. It's like the race of today, you have to get rid of slow cars. Pay attention to posh people with German cars trying to go at 200 kilometers per hour everywhere. So maybe I'm well trained thanks to my country. Who knows? Still 54 seconds from the leaders. Locking the front end. If they do not stop, I'm not sure to be in a good position because I will need another stop in 3 laps from now. So if they did the pit stop just once, I'm cooked. And apart from the time lost on track, like this one. Back to almost 1 minute gap with the leaders that we started to run at 158 now, so quicker than me, but I'm running around 2 minutes. So if they do not stop now, I don't know how to beat them, because I fear that this car needs one pit stop more than all the others. So yes, I've stretched in some way the stint of the car, but I'm not effectively quicker, so at least with a P4 and a P3 in front, less than 10 seconds maybe, we can just run like hell until the end, and that's it. The best moment for endurance racers and drivers, this one, when the sun goes down, or the day after when the sun comes back, I think. Gives a sort of heroic taste, in my opinion, to this type of races, unique in the world. Okay, let's go to the pit. Next lap. Almost 30 seconds from the leaders. But I'm blocking the front end. I'm losing time. At least the last 10 minutes will be raced full throttle.
There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
Well, at least it was the Oreca of Bradley Hawson. So P3 with a bit of advantage, and the pit to be done now. Let's hope to not get...
Watch for your pit space. Watch for your pit space.
the overspeed in the pit.
Okay, slow the car down.
Okay. Yes. Wow. Here refueling on the left. Okay, 70 liters. They are more than enough, but I wanted to take no risks.
Hold for go signal.
So now the challenge will be up to Imperatori and Besh Heidfeld with the two Rebellions not stopping. This is good, I love them. Always loved the Rebellion racing team.
All clear, go, go, go!
Come on, clutch. So let's try to get Di Grassi and Bernard, sorry, I'm also almost one lap down. No! No! Hold the tires. One lap down now. So with the retirement of Bradley Hawson with the Oreca 05, at least I will be not the last LMP1 non-hybrid to score possibly the checkered flag and the classification in some way. Here we are, the blue car stopped, there is the Oreca. So once the tires will be again in good temperatures, I have 8 minutes, more or less 4 laps to catch the 2 Audis. And one is here, no, it is the overlapped car of Albuquerque. I will not catch them.
There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
Okay, at least I'm not anymore one lap down, maybe. I'm running too confident given the fuel load and the tire temperatures.
Flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
Okay, this is the leading Rebellion. Frame rate is going away.
There's a yellow flag flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. Eyes open, okay?
I need to be in the leading lap while here there is an
Blue
S.
flag's waving, man. You gotta pull over.
Let's try it. Oops. It's risky, but I have to do it. Yes. Okay, Timo Bernhard and Hartley, Porsche is here. Yes! They are struggling. Maybe saving fuel, I don't know. Five seconds from Di Grassi Duval. Four seconds now. Maybe just one lap to go. One overlapped car in the middle. They're struggling maybe. We pass externally, we take the line. You can see here where they are. They touch our back. We are still in front. And P3. Not yet. One more lap. Because the Rebellion hasn't crossed the line yet. Now has crossed the line. So we have to resist one lap, to endure one lap more. And they are in the back. come back. We are maybe quicker here. One overlapped car, Porsche in the middle. In between, sorry. Maybe we are safe. Yes, 3 seconds. Few corners. Ferrari is not keen to let us pass, but P3 guys, P3.
Good job, man. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. You scored some points. Nice one. We're going back.
Wow, wow, what a debut, what a debut. And let me add that we will spin again, bravo. Finally, luckily the race was over. So let me give the control to the artificial intelligence. Let's get rid of the steering wheel. Wow, what a race. I was hoping to finish P6 because at least we were starting from P6, but this really changed completely and dramatically the output I was expecting, also because in this beautiful track that is Silverstone, we can only face the fact that first, second and third are non-hybrid prototypes currently. And yes, Di Grassi, Duval, Bernard, Timo Bernard, Hartley, Fassler, Lotterer, Conway, Saracen and Albuquerque are hybrid cars. So today what a not expected output. I was not feeling we could have won, honestly. The two Rebellions were, I don't know, quicker than anything else, but I'm happy because I used to love, I did love and I still love the Rebellion history. If you want to have a look at them, there is on Amazon Prime a special documentary in 5 episodes, if I'm not wrong, named Road to Le Mans. I don't remember. Anyway, whatever. The good thing is we finish third. Thank you very much for bringing me luckiness, but our first episode of this fake 2015 WEC, let's say original up to the 90% outside the GT Porsches taken here and there, the year before, 2 years before, the year after, whatever. And so for the P1 category, now let's start with the best lap times. We were third and the two Toyotas were absolutely uncatchable today. Nice. But the racing is won by Besh Heidfeld, Nicolas Prost with the Rebellion Racing R1, that is the Oreca 05, chassis technical point of view. Then Abt Imperatori, Kraihammer second as third. Di Grassi Duval Jarvis, the first hybrid car, prototype P1 Audi. Bernard Hartley Weber with the Porsche 919. Fassler Lotterer Trelier, the other Audi. Conway Saracen Wurz retiring 2 laps to the end, so I've missed completely, sorry, this retirement. Then Albuquerque Jarvis Rust with the other Audi. The 9th classified LMP1 car will be the Nissan GTR LM Nismo of Chilton Genet Mardenborough. and then the Toyota of Buemi Davidson Nakajima. P2 will face the HPD, the Ligier powered by Nissan, the two Gibsons, the two Ligiers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, the other Gibson, 8th, maybe we'll finish the LMP2 here. Now yes, despite being retired for an accident, there are two Ligiers here and one HPD. Maybe we will assign anyway points just to be fair with everybody, but there is also the thing to finish races and endure until the end of an endurance race. Guess what? Then the GT first and second Porsche, Aston Martin, yes. 5th, yes, 5th, Dumas Lib Litz with the other Porsche 991 RSR, the other AG team monthly. 6th, the Chevrolet Corvette of Gavin Milner Taylor. 7th, in theory, the Bruni Villander Ferrari. 8th, Calado Rigon with the other Ferrari. 9th, Nygaard Sorensen team. 10th, nobody. GTA category amateur is Chen Kapadia Massen with the Porsche 911 RSR team AAI. Paul Dalla Pedro Lamy, Nicolas Lauda with the Aston Martin V8 Vantage closing the podium. 4th, Castellacci Goethe Paul. 5th, Blekemolen, Mr. Keating and Tommy Milner. 6th, Burrenara Vernay with the Porsche 911 RSR, the IMSA Performance Matmut. 7th, Cressoni Gianmaria Manninger, maybe, I do not remember, with the AF Corse. Then LARB competition with the other Chevrolet Corvette, Paulsen, Roda, Ruberti. 9th, Cameron Griffin Mortimer with the Ferrari F458 of the AF Corse. And 10th, Reed Roda Ruberti with the Porsche 911 GTA category of the team Felbermayer Proton. So that's it. I'm quite happy, I don't know you, but at the end it has been a decent race with yes, a bit of retirements and possibly a final P3 that has been helped for us considering what was the level of crashes, of difficult moments for the others, etc. But I would say very competitive mod. If you run like hell, you can really be up there. If you save fuel or if you need to do one stop more without car crashes, accident, slow moments for the contenders, I don't see anything better than a position within the prototypes in the P10, P8, I think. I was not slow dramatically, I mean the final P3, absolute P3, it's not a bad performance apart from the two Toyotas that were uncatchable, but really there's something to test also myself, to challenge myself when we will race together, I don't know, an Audi or a Toyota or a Porsche. So not an easy task to properly bring cars in the soft spot of a performance, if you like. Obviously, as you have seen, the type of driving is a bit different than with old sports car or old prototypes. Here basically you do not slide, you are running almost on a sort of channel for your wheels, almost a railway, when you have grip, when you have aerodynamic pushing down your car. But I would say for the first time I've ever driven with this steering wheel that is a bit different than the others, because it's squared, you have just one position on the wheel, on the steering wheel itself. And this type of car does remind me a bit the Formula type of driving. It's to, as said previously, bring a lot of speed inside the corner, into the corner, and then slightly touch at low speed the throttle. But having a twin turbo engine, as soon as you have a bit of grip, you have to put the throttle to the floor and simply try to get rid as soon as possible of the tiny lag that with a turbo car anyway is present, and here is well reproduced, I think. So what, guys, I hope that this format of 1 hour has been enjoyable in some way. As you have seen, a new theme on iKeysRacing. More than happy to try to bring you as much as possible new things, new mods, new cars, maybe here and there brief history of something. Then if you are interested, obviously feel free to write me down in the comments, put like to the video, subscribe to the channel, feel free to do whatever you like, but would be very appreciated your communication with me. Also because I would say this channel is for us, it's not just for me, I'm just the guy behind the camera, but what I want to do is to share as much as possible histories, informations, I don't know, tips, tricks, whatever, keys of lecture of motorsport in general. And taking maybe the inspiration from the real world, so the WEC had the kickoff at Sebring with the 1000 miles. I did choose on purpose to do the 2015 season because of many manufacturers involved back then, so almost a similar season to this one, some privateers here and there, and the mod is available on Race Department or on the web in general. More than beautiful, more than well made. I'm just guessing if it is casual or not having non-hybrid privateers first, second and third compared to what were real performances back then. But I mean, we are here to enjoy, not to replicate a full season. If you want to watch the full season, you go on YouTube and you watch it without coming here. But if you come here, I'm more than happy to have you all here. I'm more than feeling a sort of deep pleasure from a motorsport point of view to give you as much as I can, as much as I know, as I can study with my free time. And really different formats, different mods, different themes. I hope to in some way wake up your interest if it is not already running for this kind of stuff. But I wanted to say thank you very much for subscribing, for placing your thumb up for the videos, for watching them. I think that if we can build a huge community here on YouTube, then we can do charity on charity. Once a bit of money maybe will arrive in our pockets, because I have a job, so I don't care about switching from my normal job to this one. This one is just a free time, free pleasure, and if we can stay all together watching iKeysRacing channel, I will continue without any problem to be the person behind the camera. But I think it will be great to become a great community and then decide to do something for who is less fortunate than us. So for the moment, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll follow the first classification for this first episode. Wishing you the best. Good luck for everything. Best wishes and cheers from Monza. As always, stay into, stay keen, stay racing, or stay into keen racing. And see you very soon, and thank you very much again for everything. Stay very well. Ciao, bye bye, adios, see you later. Dankeschön, arigato, and muchas gracias. Ciao, stay very well. Merci beaucoup. Bye. Ciao, ciao.